right, you guys. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Cocktails and Intellect podcast.
What it do? What it do? What the business is?
So you guys know me. I am Calypso.
Yeah, because you changed the name up on IG real quick. What's really good with that?
I figured I should embrace it because when I looked up the definition of Calypso, I felt like it was fitting, and it goes back to my Caribbean heritage.
Yeah, absolutely.
And of course, then we got our co-host over here.
Yeah. What's going on? You know what I mean? It's your boy Young Cause, the man that they let her hate but to shake his hand anyway. But hold on, you got to tell people your new at so they know where to find you at.
It will come up the same. So, anyways, my new Instagram name is Calypso Queen, and that's Kween.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, we're gonna represent our queendom and embrace our feminism, and sexuality, and just do all of that good stuff. So,
right.
Now we do have a guest here today.
Yes, we do. We have a special guest. I've been waiting a long time for this shit. I'm sorry. Look, let me tell you, goddamn it. So, ladies and gentlemen, on this episode of Cocktails and Intellect podcast, I have the one and only, the great Mr. Pat Nix. Mr. Pat Nix, give him a round of applause, y'all. Give him a round of applause.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
I feel like somebody.
Oh, man, you are somebody, goddammit. Shit, you did. Look at the segue. Look, if y'all don't know who this man is, you're about to find out. All right, and it's very odd if you don't know who he is, especially if you live in Florida. So, anywho, tell the people where they can find you at first and foremost.
Oh, everybody, my name is Pat Nix. I can be found on IG and Facebook, even though I'm not very social media, but I got to do it. I have to do it. It's today's world, but it's Pat Nix 1, PATNIX 1.
The funny thing is, he's not really the social media savvy type from what he's saying right now, but the man has the social game locked down.
I'd say he doesn't even need to be.
Right.
I appreciate
what I mean? So I want to jump right into it. I mean, again, I don't want to interview you. I just want to chop it up with you. We chop it up all the time. You know what I mean? But I still to this day, I've heard through different people your backstory or how you came to be. But I want to hear from you. Like, you're one of the number one promoters in Florida. I was about to play myself and say the city. No, in Florida, you do shit everywhere.
In the country.
I like that. I like that. And check me, goddammit. Yes, in the country, shit, because you do parties everywhere.
Yeah, definitely. My name is Pat Nix again. I started doing promotions back in 1990, believe it or not. It's been a very, very long time. I went to Florida A&M University. Shout out to the Mighty Rattlers. And I'm a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Okay. So, you have basically like agendas and everything within the fraternity. And my agenda was I was over fundraising.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So in college, of course, which they say FAMU's a, college, party.
Right.
But, that was the way we raised funds. So it was my job basically within the fraternity to come up with ideas, present it to the chapter, the board, and everybody like that. And I kind of found a love for doing parties for a living. And after college, I kind of found a love for doing it. I graduated from Florida A&M back in 1993. I stuck around there for a little while, got into some things. My mom said it's time to come home.
Oh, okay.
I was going to go to grad school, but, some things got a little choppy up there. You know how men are, got into a couple beefs between,
really?
You
don't even look like the beefing type,
I'm not,
bro.
Man. You got to do a lot to get
my
me
man is real humble.
angry,
He's real
man.
Quiet
you know what I'm
humble.
saying? So, honestly, Florida A&M, back in the day it was 14-1. By that, I mean 14 to women into every one guy. All right. So, you had cliques, you know what I'm saying? So, once you get a little status at the university, your clique is this and that clique is that, and the two cliques got into it really majorly. There was a club called Faces.
Why does that sound familiar?
Man, Faces was like famous. I mean, actually, on a Friday at 5 o'clock in the daytime, they started their happy hour.
Wow.
It would be slammed and everybody would be lit by 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Real quick. Did you have something to do with JJ Whispers?
Yeah, I was on it.
Yeah, he was one. Yeah, because when you mentioned happy hour, I used to work at Sprint. Let me tell you something.
Oh my God.
We would get out of work and haul ass to get down to JJ Whispers for happy hour. Lord.
Yeah, definitely. So,
that's crazy.
Yeah, man. So I ended up coming home and right before 1994, and I looked around, and it was hardly anything to do for urban people, black people in the city, and I was like, what a major void. I was like, what a major void in this city. The only thing back then was only like Heroes over in Edenville.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So
good old
I'm
Heroes.
like, well, what's going on? So I started, researching a little bit. I took a job with Delta Airlines, and then I also took another job as a manager of the Woolworth back in the day.
Wow.
All right? So I'm still looking around like there's nothing to do for black professionals or black educated people in this city. So, of course, I started doing my research and ended up, finding out why there was nothing going on because, quite honestly, the white establishments weren't giving us the time of day.
Right.
They thought basically if you were black, then it meant problems.
I mean, it's still like that too.
It's still like that, and we're going to get into some of that today. You know what I'm saying? I'm mad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We definitely going to talk about that.
Absolutely. So, long story short, trying to sum it up a little bit, I started a company called Foreplay Productions. It was myself, Ernest Wilson. Shout out to Ernest Wilson with Jade Events. A guy by the name of Chris Turner, and a guy by the name of Keith, who passed away, unfortunately, in a robbery. Someone shot him back in the day. Foolish stuff. So, long story short, again, a couple egos got in the way of that situation. We kind of clashed, and then I started Frontline Promotions.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So Frontline Promotions, I'm gonna take it back a little bit. The Kappa Luau. Have anybody ever heard of Kappa Luau?
Yes.
I was one of the guys who kind of like shot that to another level.
Right.
All right. Kappa Luau started out at our fraternity house back in the day. Our fraternity house, we probably do like maybe, I would say 3,000 people in the yard, in our front yard of our frat house.
Crazy.
Stuff like that. So when the administration came and I was over fundraising, I said, man, it's time to take it to another level. So we took it out to the fairgrounds, which was like, at the time, we started getting like 6,000 people. You know what I'm saying? So it grew a little bit more. We took it out to Sheffield Ranch, and that was just what the memories are crazy there. Sheffield Ranch, man, we got up to about 15,000 people. It was like on rivaling Freaknik at one point.
Crazy.
Yeah, Kappa Luau. So
That's crazy.
yeah, man. So going forward a little bit again, came back to Orlando and started Frontline Promotions and kind of went from there. Started doing stuff and kind of got recognized by the industry because it wasn't very many black promoters that were doing it on a major level.
Not at all.
You had AG out in Atlanta who's still doing crazy stuff. You had Mike Gardner in Miami who does live in Miami. You had me in Orlando. And you had a guy by the name of Al Heyman. All right. Al Heyman was the biggest and probably still is the largest black promoter, per se. You know what I'm saying? Like he was doing New Edition tours back in the day.
Okay. He was on that level. Okay, I got you.
When Tyler Perry got really big with the plays, he was the promoter who was taking it around the country.
Oh shit. Okay.
So yeah, he's a real big promoter. He's still into it a little bit. I think he does a lot of boxing stuff like
That's when that bread is.
Yeah, he ain't messing with this
money's
stuff,
at, right? He's like,
so,
club? What club? Nah, let me get that boxing event.
Absolutely. So, pushing it forward a little bit more, we end up buying JJ Whisper.
Right. Okay. Who was the partners on that one, if you don't mind?
It was myself, Willie Fisher, and Veronica Valdez was
okay.
a silent partner.
Okay,
on
got
that.
you. Okay.
Definitely. And, of course, I never, as a promoter, I was like, I don't want the headache of, owning a club when we was making money, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, speaking of that, the reason, look, let me tell you the type of money. When you mentioned 15,000 people at that Kappa Luau, right? Let's just say you charge everybody $10, nigga, that's $150,000 out this mug.
And that's before the liquor and the bottles.
Right. Absolutely.
So
it was a big
I
situation.
digress.
It was a big situation. So before JJ Whispers, it was like stuff like Roxy. Roxy which is now Guilt.
Yep.
We had an 18-year run at Roxy.
Wow, that was you?
Then
bro?
it became Guilt.
I didn't know that shit.
Absolutely. Roxy at the time, they were like, I ain't letting no black people in here. And long story short, when we first started at Roxy, Willie Fisher came and hollered at me. He was not my partner at the time. He was just a guy that, hung around the Orlando Magic, and he had friends on the Orlando Magic. So the Orlando Magic used to go by Roxy, and he's like, okay, the Roxy owner's like, this guy must be somebody because he's hanging with the Orlando Magic. But he wasn't a promoter. Oh. You understand what I'm saying? So to wrap that up, Willie got the opportunity to do Roxy, and he started upstairs. I think the first one went good. All the Magic players came there. He had maybe 150 people. It was good. So they're like, okay, this may be our guy. Right. This may be the black guy that we can mess with. So Willie did a couple more. Nobody came. Nobody came. But at the time, I was doing First Fridays out at Universal Studios, Motown Cafe.
Oh, wow. I remember.
I remember that. Yeah. Oh, my God. I was so young.
So
what your ass was doing up in there?
Man, let me explain something. Motown got so big that the mall department stores got a hold of me. Like, what is this? Like people were coming from miles and miles around to go to First Friday at Motown Cafe. People's, like, say, for example, like the department stores and the you had to come and dress fresh, of course. So they were making money. Yeah. So they're like, hey, who is this? What
every
is
time
this
somebody
going
came
on?
in from out of town, they had to go shopping.
Everywhere, you know what I'm saying? And even the people in Central Florida were like, I got to come clean. You can't come in there with what you wore 2 months ago. You got to go and get something fly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Facts. Come in there. You know what I'm saying? Suited up, booted up, all that good stuff. So Willie came and got me and said, man, I need help, man. I got one more chance to impress these people over at Roxy, or they said it's over. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I said, look, man, I'll come in on a partnership with you. And the very first one, I gave him that formula. You know what I'm saying? That formula that made everybody come. Of course, everybody was following Frontline Promotions at the time. Man, the very first one, 800 people upstairs.
800 people upstairs?
800 people
upstairs. And that's what I'm going to get to next, okay? So 800 people upstairs, right? So we cramming it. They say, of course, you guys are the man. Go ahead. They making a killing on their bars and stuff like that. So we stayed upstairs for a good, I would say, 2 months. Slammed every week. Slammed every week, every Friday night. So it got to a point where we were like, look, man, we can't stay at the top. We need the whole club.
Yeah, now y'all making demands. Like,
we need the whole club. Or, you know what?
Right.
And we was like, this is some back of the bus type shit. You know what I'm saying? You got
it really was.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You got the white folks down there doing their thing, and it might be 100 of them, but you got 800 black folks upstairs every
Crammed
single
upstairs.
week.
Yeah.
So it made no sense anymore. I'm like, we basically kind of like put our foot down. Like, if we can't have the entire club. We out. We'll take it somewhere else who will appreciate this.
Yeah.
And, after some careful thinking on their behalf, they said, hey, man, you know what? It's yours.
Right.
And then 18 years.
Wow.
18 years, man. And
Roxy had its run.
Oh, Roxy
had its motherfucking run.
Roxy was some shit like out of Vegas when it came to Orlando, man. It was nothing like it, man. And, they really did a good job over there. But, thank God they understood our point. Like, we're not staying upstairs, I'd rather not make no money.
I don't think anyone would know Roxy's if not for the fact that you were there.
Oh,
that's a fact.
That's the first time I even considered stepping foot in Roxy.
Right. It was a major run, man. I tell people all the time, man, it's not about what you do now, it's about what you're doing 5 years down the line. You're still making money at that establishment.
The longevity.
The longevity is what it is.
And you know what? With that being said, I thank you for saying that, because I wanted to ask you, like, of course, you've been in this from, like, day one. What are your feelings and your thoughts about these new promoters out here in the city now? Of course, there's no hate, but it's like, I know there's got to be some times where you be like, yo, what is this person doing? Like, what the hell is going on?
Man, let me explain something, and no disrespect to anybody, but it's fucked up. Yeah. It's sad. You don't mind me cursing on your podcast.
No, not at all. Not fuck out of here. No.
The game is totally messed up.
It's not like it used to be, man. I'm not even a promoter, and I see it.
Man, let me explain something, man. You got to understand this, and this might hurt a few people. And
let it ruffle the feathers. Fuck it.
Ruffle the feathers. Be it. That's whatever. You know what I'm saying? But okay, you have, again, mind you now, I'm going to take you back a little bit more while answering that question. You know, I'm not one to brag about anything, but, you know, we were walking out of Roxy every week. And I'm going to tell you numbers really quick. If we didn't make $15,000 every week at Roxy, it was a bad day. Every Friday. If we didn't make over $35,000 at First Friday, it was nothing.
Wow.
So just to break it down, what in the current game, what are promoters generally walking away with? Like what's the new average?
And I'm gonna put myself in this.
Way far from the numbers.
Let me explain something. I'm gonna put myself in the equation because you know, I'm gonna be honest. The social media, you know, when it was born, it kind of created it was bad for promotion game.
Social media was bad for the promotion game.
I think so.
Wow.
Okay.
I think so.
Wow. Because it took away the foot soldiers, the street team, and it took away the word of mouth.
Teams. You had to have money to make it happen. You had to put stuff on radio. You had to, you know what I'm saying? Like people used to actually go to 102 Jams and say, "I want the frontline deal." You know what they used to tell them?
What?
You ain't spending the frontline money.
Oh shit!
Straight up. Our account at 102 Jams alone was over $350,000 a year. And this is on my mom.
Oh,
this
is hood.
Yeah, on my mama, man, who's dead and gone. It's crazy, man. Like I see this stuff, like, you know, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm in the boat too because you know the love for the game kind of like pushes me a little bit to kind of mess with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this is my hometown. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now it might not be like this for everywhere you go, but listen, man, it made it bad because anybody who had 1,000 followers on Instagram became a promoter.
Ooh. All
right. So listen, man, you got followers on Instagram, right? You got followers on Facebook and all that, man. That's why I say to this day I can't stand it. You know what I'm saying? It changed my life, but I had to get involved with it a little bit. Right. But long story short, man, these club owners, and you really think about it when I'm saying this, and especially now during the pandemic and all this stuff that happened with COVID, who's going out? Black people.
So you believe that social media screwed the game because everybody that has a following can be a promoter? Okay, and
that's how it was in the beginning.
Do you feel it's the same way now?
I feel like you need it now.
Oh, okay.
You have to have it. You know, I ran from it for years, man. I'm like, nah, this is what we did. This is how it works. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, at the end of the day, I mean, I think one of my assistants back then kind of set me up an IG page. Like, you got to get on this stuff, man. I'm like, man, I can't stand, you know, everybody having a damn opinion. You know what I'm saying? It gives everybody a voice. It's just too much, you know what I'm saying? You got trolls, you got all this kind of stuff going on. But when I look back at it, before I even put up one post, I had like 2,000 people following me, and I didn't even
post anything yet.
So I was like, okay, so there must be
something
that I have to do here. And you know, when I say black people, man, it's just like, it's crazy because the way, especially here in Central Florida, it is like, you know, the white establishments don't even want us in there. You know what I'm saying? Until they're sinking.
And you feel like it's that way till this
right now.
Okay.
Right now, because guess what? Like, you know what, man? It's like, okay, they're sinking. I mean, I can call a few out, but
that's funny. When I don't know why. I don't know what. You know what the funny thing is? What comes to mind when he's saying what he's saying is the spot called the Robinson, downtown on Pine. I don't know why that came to mind when you said.
I mean, my boy John Cocky with Keep Entertainment just called out shots. For doing the exact same thing. You know, they didn't want urban people in there. They're doing bad. They let them get a Sunday. They built the Sunday. The next thing you know, they start acting funny. Start acting like, hey, you got to do this. You can't play this certain music. You can't do it.
Oh.
And then the next thing
Call
you know,
them out. Fuck that.
We
make these clubs.
They
these
stop
bars, we make it.
Man, they stop their night and then announce the new night pretty much right behind them. Like, it's bad, man. It's like, some of the groups this here in town, some of the venue owner groups and stuff like that. Oh no, with Celine, we're not gonna do that. What the hell is Celine? A damn warehouse with some lights in it. So you don't want us here, but when you start failing, you're welcome here.
All of a sudden, you got the most Afro beats ass parties going on up inside that.
I swear to God, and I'm telling you from experience. Go ahead and say what
I was gonna say. I follow what you're saying because there are establishments I never heard of, never even considered visiting because I walk past. I'm like, it's very Caucasian in there, and then all of a sudden there's a party by a promoter I know because I never would have thought of stepping foot into Shots if not for Sundays.
Right, facts. That's a fact.
It was never my crowd.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
Same thing with Celine.
What? And I'm saying this from experience because Celine, they know me. You know what I'm saying? They know that I basically was like a pioneer of urban promotions in this city. They know I'm 51 years old. What hoodlum is going to follow me in there? Nobody. If they're going to come, they're coming because, okay, this is a good situation. I know I'm going to be safe, this, that, and other.
Exactly. Facts.
So, when Celine first opened, for example, I was like, hey, man, I got a event for Classic I want to do over at your establishment. I don't know if we're going to go down that path. What path? What the fuck path are you talking about?
That path?
You know what I'm saying?
Pathway?
That's not what we're trying to do.
Okay. Wow, bro. You deal with that. That's the shit that goes on out there?
Now, I've done stuff all over the country.
That's
all right.
Nuts, bro.
Establishments like House of Blues, Hard Rock Live,
Facts.
Amway Arena back, stuff like that. The city of Orlando, Tinker Field, Citrus Bowl.
Right.
I've done it.
Right.
But I don't know if I want to go down that path.
You got me fucked. You fucked my head up right now.
You know what I'm saying?
Man. You fucked my head up.
I don't know if I want to go down that path. So, when you really, really think about it, and God bless the promoters. I like all of them. But you know what? Y'all ain't getting paid. You know what I'm saying? Like, some promoters are basically,
doing it for a name,
pulling the people in there for them to drink their booze. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we're gonna give you $300. Ooh. I know this to be true. Not calling out any names. I know this to be true.
I believe it.
But then you get a group of guys together. You get a group of guys together who might be 3, 4, 5 guys together. We gonna do this over here, and they happy to walk out of there with $200 profit.
After the split.
The split.
Yeah, shit ain't the same.
Shit is not the same.
Boy,
like they say, we are not the same.
Right.
Like, shit is not the same.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, again, let's going back to the pandemic a little bit. Who's going out? Black people.
Yeah.
Little Latin people. Very little white people. You know what I'm saying? So now, back in the day when we were doing what we do, it wasn't hardly any place to go because they wouldn't let black people into their establishments. So guess what the only game in town was? Frontline Promotions, where they trusted us a little bit to start getting into these white establishments. And then when I found out really what we could do behind a bar, like I said, I never wanted to own a club, but JJ Whisper's opportunity kind of fell in our lap. And the first night that we actually did it, I'm like, God damn it, I was missing the boat. The money's behind the bar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
Wait a minute. So now I'm a promoter and I got my own club. Man.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it, man. We
Right.
I mean, we had $40,000 nights at JJ Whispers, which only held 600-700 people.
I believe you.
You know what I'm saying?
I believe you 110%.
And I'm like, God damn. I'm glad somebody gave me an opportunity to own something,
Let me ask you this. Do you ever think about maybe, because you're mentioning the fact that there's white establishments And and look, listen, it is what it is. We're speaking facts, right? It's white establishments, and it's rarely any black establishments. There's 2 or 3 recently, but it's still not given that edge that the city needs for the urban community. Did you ever think, or do you ever think about owning a club or buying out a spot to do your own damn thing?
Yes and no.
Elaborate.
Okay.
Because I just, the people are waiting.
Again, man, I do have a love for it. I don't think will ever leave, but a lot of the BS that goes along with it, it's just. And see, my wife. Shout out to Chris.
Yes, definitely, right? Definitely. Shout out to the wifey.
She's seen the ups and the downs, and the highs and the lows, and she's seen people stab me, and stuff like that. So she's like,
she's cautious.
She's cautious. Like, and that's my only business.
Same thing with my girl. It's like the shit that I've been through in this city.
That's what I'm telling you.
She eyeballing everybody.
She'll tell you a year before that dude ain't right.
Ain't right.
And I be damned if she ain't right every time. I'm like, nah, man, we gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, they running off with a check.
Oh man, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I say yes and no because this cause. It's like, okay, if I ever do open another establishment, it's gonna be a lounge. It's gonna be food. It's gonna be live music. And it's just gonna be a chill place where you could take your significant other.
That sounds like everything we want.
Yeah.
Like what
Facts.
Yeah.
Because
so you're like, what are we waiting on?
Yes.
But see, the thing is this. Now, mind you, there's a demographic here, right? Because you have people that are younger than us that want the club turn up, right? And then you have people that are
the mature
age.
Crowd
right,
that
exactly.
would love that.
Of course, I mean, I'm
very
sure
chill vibe. And then, mind you, with the rate of people moving here. It's a little bit more high end in the sense that, what did they say? A lot of New Yorkers are moving here. So you're getting, I mean, I think it's a great
Well, if
deal.
my wife sees the podcast, she's going to learn something right now because you know what?
Oh, boy.
Me and a group of guys are looking right now.
I see,
and she don't even know.
See, let me tell you something. I think I'm clairvoyant.
You heard it here first.
Y'all heard it here first. I'm telling you, I asked Pat Nix this question for a reason. The Lord told me to ask this man this question.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
We're looking. I mean, if it happened, it happens. Me personally, thank God I have a couple other businesses that oopsie scoopsie.
Oh man! Speaking of that, no, shut that out. Shut that out right now. Y'all need to go ahead and follow Oopsie Scoopsie on Instagram. They're everywhere, wherever they need to be. When it's hot, you need some refreshment. Damn, get you some Oopsie Scoopsie. On that's real talk. And I'm
so
from
funny
up
you
north.
said that. I'm going to show you a photo in a second.
I'm from are we gonna put it up? Are we gonna put it up there?
Yeah, it's on my personal
I'm from up north, right? When it comes to Italian ices, I don't play around with that shit. Right? No, G shit. Real talk, yours is the closest to what I taste up north when I get the joint off the block.
I don't know if you recall this day.
I remember that. I was like,
now
I was like, okay, I know her. I know
send
her.
That to me.
My baby loves Oopsie Scoopsie.
Yep. Facts.
And of course, we got the adult versions.
Of course.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The
Hot
children,
Hennessy,
all that kind of stuff, man. And I think we're one of the first people to be licensed to do that.
Black-owned establishment.
And licensed.
Licensed to do that. It took a lot of work. I ain't telling my secrets, but it took a lot of work to get that. My wife worked hard on that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chrissy.
Yeah.
Christina Nix.
Yeah.
See, when you have a strong woman behind you.
Oh, yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, she's a go-getter, man. She's behind the scenes, and she's always doing, what we need to do because when I tell you she's my only business partner, she really is my only business partner. She's my business partner in exclusive events. She's my business partner in Oopsie Scoopsie, Italian Ice Inc., and she's my business partner in freaking flipping. We flip houses.
Right. You were mentioning that off camera. Yes. Yes.
I do have a question, and this is I don't know. I wouldn't say it's a rumor or it's a question that's been asked. Nixon Black Automotive on Orange Blossom Trail. Is that you?
That ain't us.
Okay.
Because I'm telling you, from when I was 18 years old and I first saw it, and someone goes, "Oh, that's Pat Nick's place." I was like, "Okay, cool." And then it just became
we used to
a
get
conversation.
that money. You know what I'm saying? We used to get that money, so everything had NIX on it. They thought it was mine. I'm like, goddamn. They may have thought the bug department, Nix it, whatever it's called, Nix it or whatever. Somebody say, "Hey man, you own that bug, whatever, the extermination company." I'm like, no.
What are you talking about, man?
I don't, man.
But look, listen. If you need a general manager or operations manager for whatever you're about to do, holla at me. Anyways,
no more.
No, that's a fact.
No more.
Y'all heard it here first. Anyways, but Dan, yo, that's crazy, yo. The history you dropping on us, man. That is insane.
Yeah,
that is insane.
Man, I go back to. It kind of saddens me, you know, how I see us being used. You know, but again, and I'm saying it to me too, because I still do events. You know, if it's the right situation, I think it's the right situation. I got to get the money. You know what I'm saying?
In fact, tell us, what events do you have coming up? Just so the people
okay,
know.
Now, mind you. Just put it. Most of your shit happens on the weekend, not during the weekdays, right? Okay, all right. Bet.
So of course we have FAMU homecoming coming up. All right. So what we did, we took a piece of land, we built an establishment out of tents, and we're bringing the experience of a nightclub inside of a huge tent that'll hold 3,000 people, and we're doing it that Thursday, the 28th, all the way through the 31st with different events. Now, again, I'm old, man. I'm 51, so I partner with different people strategically that makes sense. Like, for example, Carpe Diem. Carpe Diem is probably one of the biggest day parties in the country right now, and those guys went to FAMU. So doesn't it make more sense to you? I play quarterback.
Okay.
I was about to ask you about that. So you did do sports.
I played.
Be modest.
So listen. So I say I quarterback now because I sit back and I kind of try to put things together. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, like Carpe Diem was doing this place called Recess every homecoming. They started out. I got the first deal with Recess, and they did one of their events there. But I was like, doesn't it make sense to you guys to own it all? They're doing an $80,000 bar at Carpe Diem, and it's going to a white establishment. I own a liquor license. So why don't we?
You own the whole, because I know people, they rent it if you were to mortgage a liquor license, because the liquor license is very hard to get a hold of. You own a liquor license? Do people rent it from you?
They can.
Yeah, no, because I mean,
if it makes sense,
a lot of establishments do that. They will rent because they can't afford to own one.
Right. So we own a liquor license. So listen, hey man, Carpe Diem. Doesn't it make sense that you guys to come in and partner with me? Let's do this thing, and now you get the door and you get portions of the bar, a nice portion of the bar.
That makes complete sense.
A lot of sense, doesn't it? Now you own the liquor too.
You know what I love, Pat, is that you are an African-American man, and you're teaching us, like our generation, the game. And I love that.
Well, I appreciate it.
To the best of his ability, because remember, the game is to be sold, not told. Baby.
Right. I'm telling bits and pieces.
I feel you, but we can read between the lines if we need to.
No doubt. And, they were like, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? They did Super Bowl with me down in Tampa. We did the exact same thing. Did a build out on the venue. I partnered with people like Tamara and them.
Right.
Soul Cafe.
I was there.
You know, they did Soul Cafe with me one night. Then the next night I did Carpe Diem on the daytime. And we had Kodak Black when he first got out of prison.
Right.
We had that on, in between, like a little award ceremony for him to be like, okay, brother, you've been messing up, but, we got something for you. You know what I'm saying? We want to award you. And it was crazy because I took a picture with him and at that event, and it went viral.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
It absolutely did.
It went viral, and then people was trolling.
Yeah, motherfuckers like
that ain't Kodak Black.
Kodak.
Yes, I remember.
The man was in damn prison, and they were starving him. He was skin and bones. Literally, he had just got out of prison 2 weeks before. I got so mad, like, damn, that's the example of what I'm talking about with trolling. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you trolling, man? You know what I'm saying? Like,
we're gonna have to post that photo just so that you can see the photo.
Is this still on your page?
Yeah, it's on my page.
You can honestly Google it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It went viral, and everybody, man, that ain't. I mean, hood chicks, that ain't my man. Nigga, he was your man anyway. But no, that's him, man. You know what I'm saying? He was just
malnourished.
He was malnourished,
like
man.
a motherfucker.
I mean, it was public record that he took them to court about not feeding him and putting him in the hole and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Man, I mean, the guards were on his ass. Now, I don't know what he did to make him be on his ass. You know, Kodak can get ignorant. We know that. You know what I'm saying? But me, as a older black man, you know, bro, you screwed up. You know what? We got your back. You know what I'm saying? You know, just try not to screw up so much again. You know, just try. You know what I'm saying? You got to have some positivity going into some of these guys' heads. Like, you know what, man? You got millions of dollars. You know, you got way more money than me. But brother, chill out. You know what I'm saying? Give him a little pat on the back, man. We got you, bro. You know what I'm saying? We still support you.
And sometimes you need that. And
you definitely do. You definitely do.
So let me get into something real quick. All right, because I'm looking at your page right now, right? I want to shout out a few things that's about to transpire. You got Simply R&B coming up, right? That's on a Thursday, on the 28th, people. All right, got my man Bo Weezy on the ones and twos. That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, FAMU, baby.
That's gonna be crazy. So
that's
that whole weekend is gonna be dedicated to obviously FAMU. It's a FAMU homecoming, right?
And friends.
Yeah. Boom. Okay. Cool. So other than Simply R&B, what else you got coming up that weekend? Carpe Diem.
Carpe Diem is on that Friday.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And then that Friday night, we did go to another establishment just because we didn't want to keep the people in the same establishment all day because they're going to be there from 3 o'clock to like 11 at night.
Right.
With Carpe Diem, and I'm talking about lit. I mean, brother, I'm telling you, they already have pre-sold 200 plus bottles.
I believe you, 100%.
It's crazy. So, we're going to this place called GVO, and we're doing Grown Coming.
GVO, where is that here?
That's in Tallahassee.
Oh, okay. I got you.
So everything, all these events are in Tallahassee.
Yeah, all these events in Tallahassee.
Oh, okay. So you have no events going on in Orlando this weekend?
No.
Okay, so
concentration is in Tallahassee.
All right, boom. So
racking
listen,
my brain right now.
Go ahead and listen. Get your shit ready. All right, get your shit ready to go ahead and head up north.
I think it sounds like a road trip.
It does sound like a road trip.
It's gonna be lit. You know, a lot of people canceled their homecomings, and FAMU is like, nah. It's going to happen.
COVID where?
I think we need to throw the girls in the car and head up there.
Man, let me tell you something, man. Like all the people from like AU Center in Atlanta, everybody's coming to FAMU homecoming. It's gonna be crazy.
Especially Atlanta's right there.
You got Kevin Hart, Will Packer, of course, Envy. All these people coming down to dedicate a theater, outdoor amphitheater to Will Packer.
Okay,
I mean it's a good situation, man. There's no homecoming like FAMU, man. If you've never been, I'm telling you.
Look, there's nothing like
now,
a
mind you,
Rattler.
hold on, wait.
Let me
tell
you, I have stories with a couple Rattlers, and they're interesting.
Oh yeah.
Look, but hold on, I'm gonna spark the fire right now. Check this out, B. Oh, you already know what I want to do. All right, there's no homecoming like FAMU. Now, I get that, but a lot of my BC is it BCU?
It used to be BCC.
Look at his face.
So,
Bethune-Cookman.
Bless they heart.
Look, hey, listen. But hold on. So, all right, who is FAMU's absolute rival? Is it Bethune?
BCU.
Really? Really?
But you know what? Shout out to the Wildcats. Damn, I hated to say that. But you know what? They've been kicking our ass in football for a long time. But you know what I always say? Go look at the history. We still own the record between FAMU and BCU.
Wow.
They kicked our ass like 10 years in a row. Right, they still ain't caught up. You know, that means we've been kicking ass. You know what I'm saying? For a long time, taking numbers.
Listen, Pat Nick's over here dropping knowledge on it.
Man, let me explain something. Put it like this, bro. I've gone to BCU homecoming. I'm a promoter. I had to promote, stuff like that. I've done events down there.
Right.
It's like a high school homecoming versus Las Vegas,
Pat say he want
Nevada.
All the smoke. Y'all better step y'all.
I want all
up.
The smoke.
Y'all better step y'all game up.
I'm sorry.
He know people out there. He friends. He good friends.
Some
with
of my
people
best friends are Wildcats.
You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, but think about it. They
up.
only became a university. If you want, I recall my days
recently.
It was BCC.
Right.
Yeah, it's BCC.
So they're growing. They're coming.
Yeah,
They're trying to catch up.
Factual.
We got a lot of catching up to do.
But that's
anyway.
Crazy.
Shout out to the Rattlers, man. All my fraternity brothers, KD, all those boys. I love y'all, man. Shout out to the Wildcats, man. It's all in fun love, but we still own that ass.
Now check this out. You also have you got Detox coming. That's in November.
Yeah.
Right.
Man, classic.
It's a brunch and day party.
Let me explain something, man. I Am Classic Weekend.
Oh. Okay, now hold up. There's another promoter that might say otherwise.
How? You want the history?
No, wait.
You want the history?
Wait, no, hold on. Let me think before I speak. Hold on. Hold up. You know what? No. I lied.
I was about to say because
listen,
because in 1997, I got history here, man. Some of these folks ain't born. Okay. But anyway, in 1997,
because I thought Dog Band Entertainment had classic rock.
Oh, he just came.
Oh my God.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I was gonna say T Games, but I forgot. No, I'm bugging. I was bugging.
Hey, listen, man.
I was bugging.
Listen, man. Did I tell you what we used to spend on 102 Jams a year?
Yes, you did.
That's what we used to make in a weekend at FAMU Classic against BCU. One weekend, 350.
Listen. I'm
18 events.
I love y'all. I love doing this podcast shit, but I'm about to go do what he doing.
No. It ain't like that no more. It ain't like that no more. Don't try to rob me.
Changed.
The game has changed. You're lucky to come out of there with, 30, 40. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, what I mean by I Am Classic Weekend is because when the game first moved to Orlando from Tampa, the marketing company that they came to get to market the event and the game and everything like that was none other than Frontline Promotions. All right. So when you had 70-something thousand people in the stands, we were the marketing company that was putting them there, helping put them there. All right. So long story short there, we used to do about 20 events during that weekend, starting on Thursday all the way through Sunday. All right. Matter of fact, the first day party that was done that was ever done in Orlando was done by Frontline Promotions. At
For
Ember
Classic.
For Classic
Okay.
on a Sunday. Ember had just opened. All right. So anyway, long story short, again, we are Classic Weekend, and some of the events that we have going on. Think about this. In 1997, it came here. We started an event called Tastemakers at the House of Blues.
I remember that.
All right, in 1997.
I used to look. This is before I knew. Listen, I would try my best to get up in there. I finagle my way through things. You know what I mean?
I know.
But I'm telling you that shit was so locked down.
Man,
I was just like, fuck it, man. I'm just gonna walk around downtown Disney and shit out this.
Let me explain something.
Get in this motherfucker. It was too packed.
In 1997, that one party started at the House of Blues. Guess what's still going on right now? That same damn party.
Yeah.
That's what? 24 years, 23
That's
years.
Crazy.
It's the premier party of that Classic Weekend.
I did not know you had something to do with that, bro.
Yeah, that's us. And this year, the COVID problem happened. And then you're going to be the first to hear this too. And I hope people, listen.
They listening.
But we've been out at the House of Blues. Now we're doing 2,000 people out there every Classic Weekend. But during COVID, a new regime came into the House of Blues. They did not hold our date.
Ooh.
So what they did is they moved all the concerts that were canceled to other dates, and our date was one of them.
Ooh.
But let me tell you how God is.
God is good.
God is good.
All the time.
All the time, right? So listen, House of Blues partners with the Vanguard, right? All right, which basically is a House of Blues downtown Orlando.
Yep.
Same type production, same number of people can fit in there. Beautiful venue, and no promoter has ever been in there before, other than Live Nation, until this year.
And that is who?
That's me.
My man.
Friday and Saturday night, two different genres
Okay.
will be at Vanguard, the Vanguard.
And this is in
brand
November
new
for
venue,
Classic Weekend?
Classic Weekend, man.
is.
It's going to be announced this week, man.
Nice.
Pat, you are a pioneer.
Let me explain something, man. You know what that means? People know that they don't have to drive all the way out there, be drunk, because everybody's lit during Classic Weekend,
Absolutely.
right? All right, so now
That's dangerous by itself.
Yeah, so we right downtown.
Look, there are hotels downtown. Hit up the Grand Bohemian, the Courtyard, the Marriott.
Absolutely.
You know, that's a testament to, and I had to learn this the hard way, to just humble yourself and just let things flow how they're supposed to. Everything will fall into place as it's supposed to if you're doing the right thing.
Now I thought that was big, because not only has there not been any other promoters in that venue, other than Live Nation, which we all know is the biggest in the world. All right.
I mean, that says a lot. You're right there with Live
No,
Nation.
I'm not there. I'm not there.
I'm just
Don't put that on me. But listen.
No, let's speak that into
man.
No, they're
existence.
going to speak it into existence.
I don't know if I want to be there, man. But anyway, but like, not only am I the first African American promoter in there, I'm the first promoter.
As I said,
And they let that be
pioneer.
known, like, man, we don't do this, man. But you know, your track record and what you've done over the years, man, we respect it, and they allowed us to go in there, and we're gonna come. We're coming hard, you know. Definitely, that's one of the events that weekend.
Okay, cool. And we're about to get into another event, but we're gonna take a quick break. All right, we'll be right back. All right, y'all, we back, man. Woo. I don't know why I feel like this episode is a lot more intense. The only other time I felt like this was during our Sexments. Of course, but no, real talk. Our Sexment is one of our biggest episodes that people follow and look at.
They unfortunately, they
Yeah.
generally are, and I seem to be the butt of every joke.
I've
I'm
heard.
sorry. I'm sorry about
You
the
know, I
curse.
think T. Witter, somebody told me, man, you
my
gotta
God.
listen to that damn thing.
Hey, Tony. In fact, he just texted me. Hey, Tony.
That's my
Yeah.
dog, man. Tony,
Yeah.
man.
Oh,
shout
yeah,
out,
shout out,
man.
shout out.
Like,
Heavy
there is
shout
no
out
other guy like
to
him.
T Wit.
Not at all.
He's a special
Such a
kind of
genuine guy.
person. Yeah, for real.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
That's on God. That's
And my frat brother.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Noops.
Oh, it is. So check this out. But I feel overwhelmed in a sense of, not like a bad way. Like, I just feel this. It's like, damn, I got Pat Nix on the show. You know what I'm saying? It's really important to me. I brought Tony over here on the show. You know what I mean? That was big to me. I want to bring more promoters on the show, but it's like, all right, then boom. I brought Tony on. I said, you know what, man? I see Tony. Tony kind of was under your wing. He kind of like, you know what I mean? Or
Tony Gohard?
yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Tony Gohard, by the way.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I brought him on. I said, you know what? I got to get Pat on this motherfucker. You know what I mean? And I appreciate you taking your time out of your day to come and sit down and chop it up with us.
Oh, you know how we do, bro.
Yeah, man.
We
Crew,
cool.
real talk.
Always been 100 since
Real
I.
talk.
Let me say this. We have meetings every Thursday. We meet, we get together, plan the show. And every meeting he brings up, I want Pat Nix.
Like
Oh,
facts.
I need
man.
Pat Nix on the show.
I
Like, for
appreciate
real.
it, bro.
Like, for real. When I first approached you, it was a while ago. Time constraint, and you know things that you just couldn't make it. But
I mean,
You know
obviously,
what?
as we can see, he's a busy guy.
With that being said, though, man, you know, I appreciate it because, you know how people say, you know, people want their flowers while they're still here.
yeah,
Sometimes I feel so like I'm internationally known but locally disrespected.
that's crazy though. I don't see how or why.
I could go there, but I'm not gonna go there because
Okay.
it got something to do with my previous
Okay.
marriage and all that.
Okay,
stuff.
all right,
Because
all
there
right.
was some bad energy put out into
Okay,
the air.
and let's not bring that here.
Let's not
Yeah,
bring it here. Let's woosah,
For sure.
you know what I'm saying?
Do you feel underappreciated sometimes for the things that you've done for the city, for the people? Because I don't
Absolutely.
think people realize that when it comes down to the social life and wanting to get away from your everyday life, the party scene is where you go to, right?
Absolutely.
We got to start, and I'm giving you your flowers right now, my brother. You know what?
Appreciate
Shout out
it.
to
As I
Pat Nix.
said, he gives you your flowers every Thursday.
Oh, appreciate it.
Like, for real,
appreciate it.
because you guys, promoters, give us the ability to get away, that escape. You understand what I'm saying? The escape is what we're looking for, and you've been doing it for so long. I appreciate you. We appreciate you. The city appreciates you. Florida appreciates you, goddammit. You know what I mean? Cocktails and
Appreciate
Intellect podcast appreciates you.
Appreciate it.
I'm not sure what that sound is in the background, but is what it is. Was that TV?
I think the TV just kicked in.
Yeah, great. Hey, TV's on. Anyways, but I know you had a question for him, baby.
I had a question. So as I was telling Pat, so when I first moved to Orlando, I moved straight from the Virgin Islands. And in getting into the scene, I'm like, hey, where's the place to be? And everyone said Pat Nix.
Oh.
Pat Nix, Pat Nix. And you have always been like the premier promoter. Is there an event that you have done in the past, no longer do, and would want to bring back?
Actually, there's two that come to mind. One is the Luau,
Yes.
Kappa Luau. We attempted to do it this year, but you know, with COVID and everything, it got kind of scary with the numbers that we would have had to put out, with not knowing what our crazy ass governor or anybody else is gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
we kind of like backed it down, but there's a blessing in everything, and that's a blessing that we didn't, because it rained like crazy during Miami Labor Day weekend.
That is true.
So, lastly, The other one is I did an event which was called the Luau here too at Universal Studios many years ago.
And that I recall, that was infamous. Was it for Classic Weekend?
It was for Classic Weekend,
Yes,
and we had a footprint for about 8,000 people, and about 20,000 people showed up.
Of course.
And now that was done with marketing and flyers and posters and stuff like that, and we didn't have social media. So kudos a little bit on that one, man, because I loved it because I could remember looking out on the sea. Amongst people, actually, Biz Marquis, that's my dog, man. So. He was actually spinning on the streets at City Walk, and people everywhere. You couldn't see the ground. You know what I'm saying? We had every club had different DJs, different acts and stuff in every club at City Walk. It was crazy, man.
That's crazy. I mean, what year was that?
Man, it had to be 2002, 3 maybe.
Okay, I was in New York. Yeah. All right,
we had acts. We had Jagged Edge, Trina, Trick. I mean, acts showed up, man, who wasn't even on the bill and rocked the stage just because it was that lit. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
crazy.
That's another one that I would love to bring back.
Bring that back, man.
Bring it back. Yeah.
I mean, I know you're gonna work it out, man. I know you got some.
Can't get the people to trust us these days.
Oh man, I don't know what the fuck they thinking. Shit, we make the shit.
It's okay. You said you're gonna have your own venue.
Yo,
you don't need them anymore.
Hold on. Something just popped in my head. Imagine. I'm gonna get into something else right after this. But imagine that the urban community had an urban or black owned establishment in which everyone can go to that place. You know, like back in the day, back in the day, you had the juke joint. Like everybody went there. Like you ain't going nowhere else because white they don't want you there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They don't want us over here.
They don't want us over here, muscle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So boom. Imagine we took all of our business to just that establishment or those couple of black owned establishments.
Yeah.
This city would shut the fuck down.
Yeah.
They would shut down.
Without, when they say without us it would be no them.
Right, exactly.
That's real, man. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that wholeheartedly.
Man, I'm at the point where I'll sit home before I, some of these places I wouldn't touch it with a long handle spoon.
Okay, now, all right. So clarify this for me because I heard that it is, but then I heard it wasn't. Is Bronze Kingdom black owned?
It is.
Okay, good. All right, say less.
And I know that I met the owner. He's from the Virgin Islands too.
Oh, get out of here. Okay.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He needs a little help there to get everything going the right way. But he's a good guy, and he's the artifacts alone, man.
Yeah. Oh my God, man! I've never seen a collection of art.
Yeah,
it is dope. It is dope.
Like he has, and a lot of people don't realize that. But he opened in the middle of a pandemic, what I'm saying? Like, God bless him, man. And the rent out there per square footage.
Yeah. See,
man.
And I don't all right, so let me break this down to y'all. All right, people, when it comes down to square footage, when you own any establishment, whether it be a club or restaurant, whatever, you basically have to calculate per square footage how much money can be allotted per square footage. You know what I mean? You got to account for every square foot in your establishment. All right? It's tough. Okay? It's tough. You know
he's got a lot of square footage.
When you got places like Nightshade or 534 Scratch Kitchen, what have you, you have got to literally have a person in every square foot, technically, as far as when it comes down to making money for your establishment. Or you're going to lose every fucking time. Every time. Anyway, I digress.
And that was our lesson for the day.
Right, anyway. You got a very big event coming up. All right, and we're going to wrap it up on it. You have a very big event coming up. All right? The Culture Fest.
Yes.
Talk to the people. Tell them when the date is.
Okay.
And before you even go there, you my mans, right? I fuck with you, big bro. This is big bro. All right? Right, real talk. Cocktails and Intellect podcast would love to be at any event you can allot us to be at.
Gotcha.
Real talk.
You heard it here first.
I think the people need that, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? I think what we're trying to do is become the next 106 and Park, AJ and Free without the.
And I got the narrative to go with that.
You know what I mean? That'd be crazy if Cocktails and Intellect podcast was at every one of Pat Nix's event. Like you can't even get us because Pat Nix got us.
Oh man, that'd be crazy.
You know what I mean? We traveling. But anywho's.
But I'm slowing down, man. So
hey, it's all good. It's all good. Trust me, I'm getting old too. I got a daughter coming on the way. I'm gonna be off the scene for about a year. I got a whole baby coming on the way out this
whole baby. Yeah. But God bless that.
Yeah, Culture Fest. Tell us about that.
Okay, Culture Fest, man. Listen, man. Actually, we were about to do the luau in Miami. All right. Again, we decided to postpone it, and honestly, we got D-Nice, which is the biggest.
That's that
probably
guy.
top 3 DJs in the country
That's
right
that
now.
Guy.
And he comes with a pretty penny. He costs money. You know what I'm saying? And I won't say the exact number we end up getting him for, but as a favor, as an old school guy, we got it for a discount. You know what I'm saying? But normally he's 6 figures or better.
Is it more or less than your bill at 102 Jams?
A little less than that, yeah. But anyway, yeah, we got D-Nice, man, and it's gonna be big. He's been ripping up every major city in the country. Thousands and thousands of people, man. I think he was genius for Club Quarantine.
Yep, that was crazy.
So what we decided to do was move the date to Orlando, and that's how we came up with Culture Fest. And the name Culture Fest, of course, there's Culture Fests everywhere. But it was more so, you know, the food, the experience, you know, the music, you know, all that jumbled up into one with the biggest black DJ in the country right now and friends. Right. And we're bringing, like, celebrities to actually hit the stage with him. Jagged Edge is one of them, Mystical, you know, lifestyle specialist Kenny Burns. And we're going to add more as we go, all right? But at first, I didn't think, you know, I'm be honest, I didn't think Orlando was going to get it. I really didn't. But we put those tables and the tickets on sale. By the way, the VIP tables are $1,200, all right, per table, all right? And when I tell you them jokers sold out in 48 hours.
This is going to be epic. People.
I was like, you got to be kidding. But when you really look at it, people think, oh, $1,200. But it's not a lot of money because you get 8 people at a table, 2 bottles.
Do the math.
That's $150 a person. And you're drinking and you're right in front of the stage.
Do the mathematics, people.
You literally spend that on a meal.
Oh, come on, man.
Restaurant. And now you're getting an entire
$150 per person.
With the top DJ.
Yeah.
Amongst other guests.
Yes.
Cocktails and Intellect podcast will be in the building, and I'm actually off camera going to talk with my big brother about working that out to where we are in a position to, because we drop an episode every week, right? Every week we drop an episode, and people are watching.
I got to go back and look at the what do you call it?
The Sexmen. I mean,
Sexmen.
Hey,
I've been hearing about the Sexmen.
Look, I am raw. I'm open. I just keep it honest.
Yeah,
for
real. I mean, love you to death, baby. You already know what it is, Calypso. Now, yes, so I would love for Cocktails and Intellect podcast to be in that vicinity, all set up, and we could even allot some way for some of the artists or whoever to sit down with us. And
that'd be dope, man.
That should be crazy.
I'm cool with that.
I mean, we just did that for Sneaker Ball.
Yeah, we did do that.
That was a great experience. Like Tony Go Hard.
Sneaker Ball was nuts.
Good.
Yeah. But so when's the date on that one? That is
December 4th. Right across from the Amway on the lawn over there, the SED lawn.
That starts my birthday weekend.
Oh, let's turn up.
You better not be out of town somewhere.
I mean, that was the plan. I guess now I'll be changing it.
Well, you'll have a great time.
It sounds like it. I'm
absolutely.
Yeah, for sure, man. But look, listen. Oh man, it's so much more I want to talk about. We are time constrained. You know what I mean? I have a special birthday party to go to. And y'all gonna see some footage about that.
Shout out to Mo.
yeah. Shout out to Mo. Set It Off Productions.
She'll kill both of us if we weren't there.
Oh, trust me. Believe you me, my change of clothes is in the car. I swear to God, I am not showing up late.
No doubt.
But yeah, man. Thank my brother.
Thank
you so much for coming through, man.
I'll come through another time. I hope I didn't offend anyone.
No, man. Look, listen. What do we always say?
Did?
Pat, let me tell you something right now. On this show, I say we are raw and uncut. I do not play any games about this. You say what you got to say, and you say what you want to say. Period. There's no editing. There's no PR stunting over here.
Not
on Cocktails and Intellect podcast. So shout out to the number one promoter in the city. After he broke down the history of everything, I mean, he's the number one promoter in this motherfucking city, in Florida. God damn it. In the country. I like that. Pat Nix, y'all.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate
Yo,
it, y'all.
love y'all to death. It's your man, Young Cause, the man that they love to hate, but the shake is anyway.
Peace.
And then we got Calypso over there.
It's me, Calypso Medea.
Shit. She said Medea. And we out. Holla.